Court has temporarily halted a lower court's order to fully fund SNAP benefits for millions of Americans, which have been in limbo since November 1st due to the government shutdown. The SNAP program is a large part of the country's social safety net, serving 1 in 8 Americans who are unable to afford food every month. Well, now many food banks across the country are trying to step up and meet the increased demand from so many families in need. With us now is Laura Glaza, Executive Director of the Glen House Food Pantry, located about an hour from Chicago. Laura, welcome. Good morning.
Morning to you. Thanks for having me.
First, I want to say thank you for everything you and your staff are doing. I have no doubt there's so many families out there that are so grateful to you and your organization. Great deal of developments this week. Given your hands-on role at the food pantry that you run, what are you hearing from people? What are they saying to you? How are they managing with so much uncertainty?
I'll give you an example. A gentleman named Terry is one of our clients. He was a former truck driver. He got injured, and so he relies on SNAP benefits. And on November 1st, his SNAP card was not replenished. The $300 about that he gets every month was not there. So Terry is coming to the food pantry more often in order to get food to supplement the needs that he has, the nutritional needs that he has.
And I was told by my team, you have over 200 families on your wait list. Tell me how that process works.
And so clients can visit the pantry in 2 ways. Once a week, they can come as a walk-in, no appointment, more limited selection. They always get fresh produce, and they always get shelf-stable foods, canned vegetables, canned soup. Once a month, they can get a more robust selection by making an appointment. So once a month, they can get meat, they can get fish and ground beef and chicken. They can get fresh dairy, milk and eggs, and they can get personal items, deodorant, shampoo, paper towels, those items you can't use food stamps to buy. Of course, now you can't use food stamps to buy anything. So those 200 people on the wait list, we're trying to slot them in. We've added more shifts. We've squeezed in more people. Our clients get choice, so it's like a small grocery store, but everything is free. They shop with a shopping cart and they pick things. And we are now adding a special Food Friday, one Friday a month in November, on November 21st. We're going to open up on a Friday. We're going to open for 2.5 hours and try to serve 200 people in 2.5 hours so that we can get those people off the wait list and get them the food that they need.
I'll say it again, and I have no doubt people are so grateful for what you're doing. How difficult has this been for you and your team?
You know what? We rise to the occasion. The pantry team came up with the idea about the Food Friday last week, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do everything we can to get people the food that they need.
I just want to talk about the numbers here because I was taken aback. In 2024, you served over 8,500 families. That is a lot of families. So far, just this year, you've already spent $275,000 on groceries. This was before COVID. That number was $32,000 annually. You say monetary donations are so important. Talk to me about that, Laura.
They are. With monetary donations, we buy lots of food. Our vast quantities of purchases means that we can get food for less per dollar than you when you go to the grocery store. Also, when you go to the grocery store, you're paying tax. As a 501c3, we are not paying tax. So if someone's looking for something to do for us, we love food drives. They make a big difference. It's a great way to engage the community. But if getting to the grocery store is difficult for you, making a monetary donation really makes a big difference for us.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed an executive order to make $20 million available in food banks like yours in Illinois to help nearly 2 million residents who are enrolled in SNAP benefits. Have you seen these funds yet? Has the funding come through?
So the way the food bank network in America works, food banks, there's 200 member food banks around the country. They're like big warehouses. In our area, it's the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Underneath those are 60,000 social service agencies, boots on the ground, food pantries and soup kitchens. So I represent a food pantry. The Northern Illinois Food Bank and the food banks around the country are the ones that have gotten that money. They're trying to figure out how they're going to trickle that down to the food pantries, who are the boots on the ground, who are really serving people. We haven't seen that yet, but we feel confident that the food bank is going to help us as they always have.
Yeah, a moment ago, I mentioned that the Supreme Court paused the funding of SNAP. How are you feeling about all the back and forth? What does this do to you and, of course, the needs of your community?
It's just so unpredictable. I mentioned Terry at the beginning of this chat. We had another woman, Vanessa, who was a nurse, a retired nurse. She thought she would be traveling right now. And without SNAP benefits, she's having to visit more often. And we're seeing more people every day. 10, 15 new families are visiting who we've never seen before, who we want to be able to help. So we're lucky that we have 500 active volunteers. We have a great staff. There's Mike. And without them, we wouldn't be able to serve as many people as we do.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.